How's it going out there, everybody? Unkle Rick from Chronic Noise, and you have just joined us on Metal Mondays. We listened to the tail end of Daywalker by Prosector. If you guys have been on the ball, you saw Prosector open up for Teeth on April 11th in London, Ontario. From what I saw of the video and all of the pictures and some of the content from there, they slayed, as did all of the bands, Wind Cries Mary, Dead Days, and Teeth. So yeah, thank you very much for supporting them as we do. They're a great bunch of guys, and their fucking music is killer. So before any further ado, I guess first thing I want to say is that this is kind of a me back from my surgery. I feel just a scooch better. Like for the last month, I have literally felt like a 1 out of 10. So I wasn't able to really do anything or feel like doing anything. And now I'm at kind of like a 5 out of 10. So I literally wanted to do the show tonight. I am going to drink a beer. I am smoking a little bit. It was only yesterday that I had my first good day where I went out for a drive and literally got some takeout sushi and sat around a backyard fire. And yeah, so I think I'm on the mend, and here's to all of our health, because health is nothing to take lightly. Welcome, Drew. Welcome, Travis. Yeah, so we started that off with the end of Daywalker. So right now, what do we got for you? Okay, so the very first thing that we've got for you is that I usually scan through the birthdays and see what's up for who's had a birthday in the Ontario scene. And lo and behold, our friend, mine and Drew's good friend, Daryl Miller. He is, if anybody knows that name, shout it out before I say it. But what I will say is that Daryl was the amazing drummer in Killer Dwarfs way back in the day. Back in the 80s, Killer Dwarfs ruled the scene with Anvil and so many other kick-ass bands. Used to see them at all the great bars in Toronto, Rock and Roll Heaven, and everywhere else. But right now, it is Daryl Miller's birthday today. He's a friend from Toronto. He played drums in Killer Dwarfs. And I remember having an album that was, what was it called? Metal for Breakfast, I believe. And this song was on there, Heavy Mental Breakdown. Check this out, Canadian metal. I figured he was. Okay, so Drew says that you think that these guys are still rocking. So where could we catch Killer Dwarfs? Because that's a reunion tour or a show that I would love to see. And I believe you are right. That is 1982 because, like I said, that was on the Metal for Breakfast album where there was a compilation of a whole bunch of great metal. It was kind of like the who's who at the time. And I remember specifically Heavy Mental Breakdown being on there. Anyway, regardless of any of the answers, happy birthday to Daryl Miller. I know that he was in another band, Automan, but I also know that right now he's currently, as Drew said, still playing with Killer Dwarfs. They're likely to be doing European dates or the 70,000 tons of floating fucking metal or whatever they call that. So yeah, man, really happy for Daryl on that. Also, I wanted to say hello to who just popped in. We got Rob Clements. Hey, buddy. 1 minute shy. And really appreciate everybody popping in for kind of my return. And I mean, basically all we're doing here is just catching everybody up on the metal that's already out there. Nobody needs to listen to Metal Mondays to really be a metal fan. It's just that we're kind of, filling in the blanks and letting people know what's going on with your favorite bands. If you are a fan of any of the bands we're playing, give us a subscribe to our YouTube channel or go to the band's pages to any of their socials and check them out because we've got some magnificent bands and I just think that that's awesome. So anyway, yeah, before we go any further, I'm going to play a song right now that's not exactly metal, but it's a good bunch of friends of mine from Guelph, Ontario. They used to be in Seducing Medusa. Then they moved into kind of more a folk punk type of thing. And off of that, and they do the grody bedroom sessions where anybody with an acoustic or a fucking washboard or an accordion can literally go in there and do some recording, some individual acoustic songs or whatever. Anyway, of all of that cesspool of awesome musicians, they come up with a little side project. I believe Jared Lyons is in it, and I believe Troy, ex-Seducing Medusa, is in it as well, with Cody McDermott, and they are called Little Lou. So I've got and it's a little rough on the recording because, like I said, these guys are just doing bedroom recordings with their own stuff, but they're making shit happen instead of sitting around wishing they could make shit happen. So let me know what you think of Little Lou. This song is called "Ah, Fuck, We Spilled the Wine." How's it sound, by the way? To me, if they were recorded properly, it would sound like Horse the Band. I think one of the things that I like about Lil Lou and anything that Cody McDermott touches is while his whole heart is in everything that he does musically, he also doesn't give a fuck. So no ego gets in there, no influence of somebody that's better than somebody else gets in there. You got something to record, they bring it in, everybody works on it, and you've got something recorded within a day or two and out there on any of the socials that you want. So check out the Grody Bedroom Sessions with Cody McDermott and those guys. And that was Little Lou. Fuck, we spilled the wine. And it sounds like they got it all over their sweater. And depending on what color the sweater was, who fucking knows how hard that's going to be. Okay. Couple new songs out there, a few anyway, and one I found just earlier. I was browsing through the Chronic Noise page, and finally, I've got a Chronic Noise group just for bands to come out and throw stuff up on there. You don't have to ask me. You don't have to apply to the page or wait for any kind of reply. You just put your stuff on Chronic Noise group and show us what you got. And one of the bands that did that, I looked and I saw, Lover's Teeth posted a song. Who's Lover's Teeth? It said it was a post-metal, post-hardcore, and I thought, I got to give that a listen. Well, lo and behold, I find out that's one of my really good friends, Brandon McCabe. Like he said earlier, for as long as he's been doing music and as long as I've been promoting music, promoting bands, so maybe 10 to 12 years, maybe longer, we've been working together, and he's always been an amazing dude and an amazing musician, but this is something where I think that he's caught his niche, and I want you guys to listen to the new upcoming band, Lover's Teeth. This song's called Simple Vision. I love the ambient feeling of it. You're going to be hearing a lot more from Lover's Teeth in the next few weeks because I'm digging the EP, and the only reason that I'm playing Simple Vision is that they released a video for it. So while I'm not showing you the video, I am letting you listen to the song Simple Vision because it gives you an idea of what this band can do. Like I said, that was Lover's Teeth. I think that falls, me personally, that falls in between the category of Deftones, and then there's two Canadian bands right now that have that similar taste, would be Tosca, and the other would be Ivory Iguana, because while they're not heavy death metal, they still have their metal tinge in there, but they use space and time and ambiance and atmosphere within their songs too, kind of like a Sleep Token or some of those great bands. Like I said, Lover's Teeth is going to be a band that you're going to hear about. And my friend Brandon McCabe, it's been a long time since we've chatted. It was nice to talk to you earlier tonight. And if you're watching, dude, I miss you. I love you. And you're the vocalist of that band, which blows me away too, because your vocals have got so good. Your cleans have got so good. I mean, I knew you could scream, but yeah, man, it sounded great. With that said, thank you, Drew. This might be the best sounding night I've had. We're trying to work the bugs out of everything, and I'm glad that the sound is good, because I'm still just the same old dude playing the songs. But yeah, the better you can hear them and the less wishy-washy, the better, because like I would go back and listen to some of the older shows and just cringe and wonder how some of you people could even stand going through an hour. So if you did that for me, much appreciated. So yeah, man. Yes, and definitely Deftone vibes in that, because, again, they're a band that doesn't rush through a song. They're using their space and their timing properly, and when they want to go heavy, they can bring it to a climax, and then when they can slow back down, and you're still caught in their web. So, yeah, that was Lover's Teeth, Simple Vision. Okay, let me grab a sip here. If you have just joined us, you're listening to Metal Mondays, Chronic Noise. I'm Unkle Rick. We do this most Mondays. I've been down in a slump for a little while. I think I'm climbing my way back up. I'm not out of the can yet, but I can see daylight, so I think we're doing all right. And right now, I am stoked to play there's a band out there from up Barrie or Aurelia way called Tangents. They bust their ass. They get out there. They play everywhere. I know that years ago, I believe under a different name, we've had them in Guelph. But as Tangents, these guys have reinvented themselves and write some killer songs. And they just released some music. And one of the song that I just heard today or yesterday was Constant. So right now, check it out. Tangents. And it's their new song, Constant.
Counting the seconds left till midnight. Will I come to chaos? Yeah, fucking right. Constant fire in my heart. Can't see the dawn that brings it out. Who will clean up the wreckage? Lay out the light. Take from the future. You'll let us die. Can't see that that's just yet. Yes. Can't see the dawn that brings it out. You're filled with regret.
Listen to the bass player.
I know where to point the finger. Can't blame yourself. Deny the fault. Can't blame yourself this time. Won't blame myself. Can't blame myself. Won't blame myself. Can't blame yourself. Deny the fault. Can't blame yourself this time. Won't blame myself. Can't blame myself. Won't blame myself.
I gotta bring these guys to Guelph. I love this progressive metal. They're all over the place. I believe they're only a 3-piece as well, but they just got ideas they haven't even fucking used yet. Let me know what you think of Tangents, and if you like them, if you dig them, you're a band and you want to go out and play with them, then check out and try to do some show swaps. And if you're just a music fan and you want to check out more of their stuff, check their socials out. Tangents. Parts of it, when they throw the vocals back and forth between the harsh vocals and the shout, sounds like the Bunny the Bear, like old school stuff. Okay, so like I said, Tangents, Constant. I really, really love that. I can't wait to hear more. I know that if it was on a CD, I'd have that fucker in my car driving around with it nonstop, because that's the kind of music where you don't know exactly what's coming next. And it's not like they're the best band in the world, because nobody holds claim to that. But I do love, personally, listening to music where I'm not quite sure how they're going to start, what they're going to, if they're going to stay in that timing or whatever. And a progressive music band, I don't care if it's metal, I wouldn't care if it was fiddle and fucking drum. If it's progressive, you don't know what's happening next, and that's a real treat for a music listener. Am I wrong? So anyway, here's a song that I've been waiting for. This song's called Blind by a band called Our Last Day in Light. A few weeks ago, when I was still way too weak to even really be thinking about music, I saw that these guys were, they had posted a teaser, and I give it a listen, and I thought, oh shit, when I get out of the hospital, I want to play this. So I talked with the band, wrote them, and basically they weren't quite ready, and they said, you know, more close to the end of the month or the beginning of May, we'll have something out. And I was thinking, okay, I can't even think that far ahead, because like I said, I just was feeling like a bunch of fucking shit in a pail. So anyway, yesterday comes along, I'm scrolling through the computer screen, and I see Blind, Our Last Day in Light. I'm like, huh? Oh, was that the same band that so I give it a listen. Oh my God. Like, just fucking heavy, inventive in their riffing. Nothing new as far as, you know, like it's a metalcore death metal band, but just so tight, and some really good songwriting ideas. So normally I try to figure out what's going on with the band, where they're from. Do I know any of the members? In this case, I didn't, but I see that they're from some place that starts with a W and has every letter of the alphabet in it. Wishikana First Nations, Quebec. So I don't know whether these guys are a native act primarily, or if they're just from that area. But and next week when I play it again, I will have my facts down, because that's not fair to say the name improperly. But it is something like Washashubru First Nations in Quebec. And that just sparked my intrigue a little bit more, because I'm all for seeing every facet of life be out there and show us what you got, whether it's women doing it, whether it's fucking little people doing it, whether it's native people doing it, whether it's the white man doing it, whether it's the black man doing it. I just think that music in general adds so many different flavors, and especially if you're from a different place in life or a different culture, then that's just going to add to what would we call it? It'd be like everybody making their own kind of soup, and you know for a fact that your white man soup is going to be decidedly different from the black man soup or the native soup or the gay soup or the what have you, right? And I don't mean any right or wrong. I do not mean any disrespect. I mean just what I said is that as a connoisseur, as a consumer of music, I love to hear different ideas and different flavors. So if these guys are in fact a native band, and I'll chat with them online, maybe we'll even do a little split screen interview or something, but that would be sick. And if they're not, their music is good enough to carry them through as a bunch of white dudes anyway. As I said, the song is called Blind. This song is by Our Last Day in Light. Whoops.
No matter the cause or how absurd, just falling blind. Blindly obeying unforgivable easily. Winning blind allegiance to a faceless God. A marionette controlled by fraud. Don't think reason for asking questions. Your free will's just an illusion. The reckless malice spreads across the land. They scourge everything in their path. Science up to a good the why am I forced to watch it will burn? There's no escaping the flames where all those with power lie. We can live with the bleeding.
Brandon, you're not wrong. As I Lay Dying vibes at the beginning, maybe not that clean there, but by the way, these guys have got a lyric video for this very song, Blind. So you're listening to Our Last Day in Light. So if you want to check it out on your socials, they do have a video for it, and it's pretty cool. You can understand what they're saying a little bit better. Love that riff. That was a tasty solo. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Okay, like I said, our last day in light, and those guys are from Quebec. Like I said, may or may not be a native band. Regardless, that's not a word, of that, they are great. You've just listened to Blind, so please go check out their lyric video they have for that very song. I watched it not even an hour ago and wondered whether I should be holding the phone up showing you the lyric video, which I think that's pretty cringe, like I've done before. So lots of stuff I've done is cringe, but I mean, it's honest. Anyway, Brandon Howley, did you guys play the other night at Two Doors Down or whatever? Like, that kind of caught me by surprise, and I wasn't strong enough to get out and drive and go watch a show yet. But what was your band's called? Three-Legged Horse? Speak to me about that, and I'll give you a little bit of a shout out when you answer me back. Up next, like, we've got lots of shows going on. Here's the thing. I was thinking, oh, well, I'll make my playlist just out of bands whose shows we got coming up. And then I thought, well, some of them, they're not my shows. Some of them are. And some of the bands, we haven't released the names yet of who's coming to where. So I thought, rather than putting them all on, I'm just going to randomly throw a bunch of music on that is from shows that I will either be viewing or hosting upcoming in May. But I can tell you right now, we have May 14th. If you're a fan of death metal, grime, fucking, I'm not even sure the proper terms because I don't swim any deeper than the death metal or extreme death metal, tech death metal waters. And these guys are like right in there in the fucking, right neighbors with noise metal in its blackness, right? Its crust. So that show is May 14th in Hamilton at Doors Taco Pub and Joint. I probably got that all wrong, but yeah, man, at the taco bar at Doors in Hamilton, we've got APOC, we've got Moore's Vernum, we've got Tyrant's Lament, and another band who I can't remember the pronunciation, Anathema or Anathea or something like that. We'll be playing some of their music between now and the 14th. That show's coming up. Then on the 17th, we've got the Cancer Bats in Guelph. That show in Hamilton, that is myself and Jordan from A Tyrant's Lament putting that show on. So we're hosting that. It's a Chronic Noise and Friends production for May 14th. May 17th in Guelph, Cancer Bats, what is it? The Anti-Queens, 5 Years, and Waivers. Holy fuck. Actually, I'm going to be playing some Waivers tonight. We got after that on the 20th, in Cambridge, not my show, but we have Clitoris, APOC, Origin. Like, I'm not even sure who's on that bill, but I know that APOC and Clitoris are on that show, and that's going to be a fucking that's an earthquake show, man, because they're going to crumble the fucking roof down. So that's on the 20th of May. On the 28th of May, I believe there's a show in London. Travis, you can speak to this one, but I believe Order and Entropy, Worker and Parasite, and which is a great Guelph band. Shout out to Belay and the boys. Those guys are playing someplace at a brewery in London. There's just all sorts of shows going on. We've got our Gain Festival / Chronic Noise on June 17th. Then we've got a July 1st. We've got a July 8th. We've got a July 22nd with just so many bands that there's no sense of trying to mention them on here anyway. So keep your eyes peeled for all the shows we got going on. The little hints will be dropped in bands that we're playing on the shows for Metal Mondays. I'm not going to be playing anything other than than either brand new content from bands or bands that are going to be playing on these upcoming shows. So let me see what Brandon Howley said. Yes, sir. We had a Two Doors show this weekend. played to a packed two doors. It's small, but I saw the pictures. It looked fucking hype, man. It looked so packed and so fun. And then another show in Kincardine. We have another show coming up on the 28th in Brantford at Spices. Don't know that venue, but holy fuck, 28th. If I'm not in London, I will be there, sir. That is awesome. Band name is Three-Legged Horse for fans of rock, alt country, outlaw country. Right, so you guys are just grimy fucking rock. I can't wait to hear it and see it. And Brandon Howley has been a lifetime friend, his lifetime, because I'm too old like a vampire. But we've known each other for, 13 years now. And from the second we met, real recognized real. And my heart's always there and my support's always there for Brandon Howley and whatever he does. So, up next, without any further ado, this is a new song. Well, it's not new, but it's a song by Order and Entropy. They just released a song, an EP. What the fuck is it? Emotions Part 2. And I don't know how I remember or how I forget some of this stuff because it's all swimming around in my head, but just getting it out is, a different story. Anyway, Order and Entropy released an EP of songs, really cool shit. And I've been playing other songs off of it, but I'm going to play Nadir, one of the songs off of it that's a little low key, and at the same time you listen to it and it's just like, oh fuck yeah, bud. So check this out, Order and Entropy, Nadir. When I listen to O&E, I love Oliver, their vocalist. He does a talk sing type screaming, and then he knows how to control the climax and when to bring it down and emote. So.
Go!
Okay. It's like a gravelly, groovy ride. It's like you fucking turn the lawnmower on, put it up to full fucking throttle, and you're ripping around the yard, and the only time you're letting up is when you gotta fucking move for a cat or a lawn chair or to take a drink of your beer, and that's Oliver emoting and pulling back and throwing forward on his vocals. The band is great if you get a chance to. And by the way, that I was right. Worker and Parasite, Order and Entropy, Working Girl. And Hexenclad, but also with All That Is Unholy. All That Is Unholy has a fella in it, Shane Brain. I'm not sure pronunciation. We haven't met in person yet, but next Saturday night I'm going down to Ryfield Studios that he owns. And I'm going to do a little interview with the band All That Is Unholy, and they're going to do a little flip interview with Unkle Rick, and anything you've ever wanted to know about me, depending on what questions they ask, I'm open, right? I'm carte blanche, so whatever. Also, that song that we just listened to, Nadir, Chris Costa of Pro Sector, whose song Daywalker opened up this can of worms tonight, he engineered and produced that particular track, and he played bass on it. Chris Costa is a fucking treasure. Like I said, he's the bassist in Pro Sector, and they're a great band, as is Order and Entropy. So instead of repeating myself, get out and check that out on the 28th. And where am I here? Yeah, that's a free show, by the way, at the London show. Okay, so I'll read that while we're going. Next up, Waivers. Like I said, they're going to be opening up. Waivers is 2 parts, Farewell to Freeway, and then some guys from some other bands that are veterans. They opened up for, they played our Chronic Christmas last year, and fuck, I was blown away because I thought, oh, here comes a pop punk type of band, and no, man, I really fucking dig this shit. So check it out. Waivers, Never Ends. You demand, Travis. By the way, the players from Farewell to Freeway that are in waivers here is Adam Lampert. He is on bass in this band. And Rich Greger, who was the drummer in Farewell to Freeway, is the guitar player singer in this band right now. Amazing talent. Waivers, yes, never ends. Okay, and the band that they're opening for, because after the Waivers plays will be 5 years, then the Anti-Queens, which I can't wait to see, not only because they're a bunch of hot-looking blonde chicks, but because I've watched so many of their videos and they kick fucking ass. It's going to be a party. Anyway, all in support of this band, Cancer Bats. And I can also tell you Cancer Bats have they've had a member change, excuse me, and they've written some new music, and it doesn't sound like they've skipped a beat, because the new song Lonely Bong is fucking beast. Check it out, Lonely Bong by Cancer Bats. Go Toronto. Don't leave your bong lonely. Okay, like a lonely bong missing its buds. That was the Cancer Bats, Lonely Bong. They will be in Guelph, Ontario, May 17th at Onyx in Guelph. That's on the corner above Frankenstein's eatery, drinkery, go get fucked-ery place. And yeah, man, it's going to be fucking hype because we got 4 sweet bands. Waivers that we've just listened to. 5 Years, which is Don Lavassier of Straight Reads the Line, and D-Walk from Wakeless and Guelph fame, and all of the talented dudes in their band, because I'm not sure who's in there right now. But I do know that whoever Donnie has in his band is always top tier, whether it's Josh or fucking, like, there's just so many great players. Anyway, skipping to Andy Queens, who I have not met, so I can only watch as a fan, which I love that sometimes, where I don't know anybody in the band, I've never met them, I don't know nothing about them, and I just get to watch as a rock fan. So Anti Queens is going to be great. And then Cancer Bats, I haven't seen them since Southern Ontario Metal Festival, and that's going back fucking 10, 12 years, something like that. I do want to point out one thing before I play the next song, is that and I've probably said it before, but I just want to do a shout out to Nick Weaver. I believe he's probably working right now. While I've been off for this last month or so, I mean, not even for the last year, Nick has been doing all of my socials. When you see Gain Media, he also runs all of the socials for Chronic Noise Promotions, Chronic Noise Instagram, Chronic Noise TikTok, the YouTube channel. So when you see all of the stuff, like if I'm working and Nick posts something, we put something up for you guys, like an interview or music or whatever, latest songs du jour, that's all Nick. Like he's doing all of that shit for me, and I can tell you that I won't get into the depth of it, other than that's a friend. That's somebody who is dedicated, and I just wanted to give a shout out to Nick Weaver, who often feels underappreciated, and I know that those aren't words that he would say publicly, but I can see that the amount of work that he has done since I've met him 13, 14, 15 years ago, that man has not stopped trying to better Guelph and bring the best entertainment and highlight the best venues and work with everybody despite getting shit on once in a while. And then he sides in with me, and he makes it look like I got people writing me a week or 2 or 3 ago where I felt like literally like death, like I couldn't even answer my own parents' messages. And Nick's out there posting on Facebook and posting on Chronic Noise Promotions page, and hey guys, come and check this out, as if that's Unkle Rick. And then everybody thinks, oh, Rick's at home and he's doing well, and the surgeries went well, and well, yeah, the surgery went well, but Nick has been me. And I just want everybody to know what a brilliant fucking guy he is, what a hard worker and good friend he is of mine for doing all of that, because I don't think that we give credit to the people who aid us. Somebody might look at me and think, oh, like 20 people, my little, Uncle Rickdom would be like, hey, that's Uncle Rick, blah, blah, blah. I didn't get to be Uncle Rick without all of the James Wrights and Drew Masters and Brandon Eady's and Nick Weavers and Belay Badeau's and all of the people that rented me venues, that took their chance, that thought, okay, there's a guy who I guess we can work with or whatever. And so I guess what I'm really saying is nothing, and at the same time, no man is an island. I appreciate everything that everybody's done for me, even that you all sitting there watching the show tonight. For really, I've sat and watched an hour of a show. It's fucking painstaking. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys checking in every week, if not almost every week, and staying for the while, so I appreciate that. Anyway, I'll stop talking, but the next song I'm going to play right now is by a band. I won't say when, but they will be playing for Chronic Noise this summer, and I won't say when. Well, I believe it's August 13th. They're going to be playing at Ryfield Studios with We Are Human, out in the middle of fucking nowhere, out between Brantford and Simcoe. So you got to check that out. It's a bring your tent thing and everything, but this is Jupiter Hollow, and it's one of my favorite songs, Garden Valley. Listen to how a song is written.
I know there's a species that kisses the ground here and breathes life through the roots of the trees. In the forest they breed. If I coughed a spark, they'd kill me.
I would almost put that on my, if I had to list 20 songs on a desert island for the rest of my life, I think Scarden Valley would be on there.
But it's something it's too late, I'm already scarred.
Okay, that was Jupiter Hollow. I'm not going to blather about them because you guys might get the impression that they're my favorite band and that all else is futile. That is not the truth. The truth is, yes, they are one of my favorite all-time progressive hard music bands. Not everything is heavy that they do. It's heavy in concept, heavy in feeling, emotions, but they're a band who go right back to anywhere from Rush, Styx, many bands from yesteryear in the 70s and mix with bands today like The Contortionist or Protest the Hero. And that's without even trying, because when I met these two, and it's a two-piece, when I met those two and I named off a lot of the bands that I just named off, like as far as old 70s bands or even current bands, the only one they knew was Protest the Hero and The Contortionist. Like, but they don't know, they didn't know all sorts of other bands that I said, oh, and you got little bits of this and little bits of that. And I think that that is beautiful too, because it's an unpainted canvas, and those guys are writing songs just how they do it. So yeah, Jupiter Hollow, Scarden Valley. Check out their shit. They will most definitely be playing with, and their current live bass player is John Ryan Godfrey, bassist extraordinaire, who plays for We Are Human as well. So Johnny will be playing both shows. The show that I'm putting on, that Jupiter Hollow will be there in Guelph, has We Are Human with Johnny with them as well. And Jupiter Hollow will also be with We Are Human at Ryfield Studios on, I believe, August 13th. Anyway, brilliant band, lots of great music coming up in the summer. If I haven't said it already, thank you everybody for joining in. I know the show's winding down. I got two more songs. One I'm going to play right now is the band See You in September, is the new one by Sky Caught Fire. It's kind of weird because, and I don't mean weird that bad, but their songs have come out and they've been decidedly hardcore or decidedly kind of metal tinged with a riff. And this one comes out and it's a few minutes or a few seconds in, 30, 40, 50 seconds in. And I'm like, who is this again? Oh yeah, Sky Caught Fire. So like they're brilliant fucking songwriters. Craig Lauro and Danch, ex of American Hell, which now has all of their fucking music up on their platforms. I'm not sure where you can get it, but if you're looking for American Hell discography, you can hear it all. So, and I'm going to check Spotify because my money's saying they've got it on Spotify. Anyway, this is See You in September by Sky Caught Fire.
Waiting and wasting your life so it goes. Your prisoner alone in the cell and it shows. You're playing the victim who reaps what it sows. The walls crashing down as you enter the throes of doom. It's what you choose. You'll never crack the
If that isn't a gang vocal, I don't know what is. I hate to ask, but anybody know the score right now? Love the guitar here. Let's go. If you haven't seen Sky Caught Fire, we had them last when shows opened up a little bit about half a year ago. Brilliant band. Brilliant band.
Your time is running out, boy, and we will start again. You're so far right. Your number wrong. We'll soon be gone. We're moving on.
Okay, see you in September. That was Sky Caught Fire. If you've only heard of them tonight, you know you got something fucking hot. Chris Chapman. Hey, Chappie, what's up, bro? Holy fuck, it's been a long time, and I've only got one song left. So send me, what are you doing right now? You're doing Eaten by Sharks? Send me your newest, man. I fucking be glad to. I see you guys got shows going. I'll get you in the loop of the Metal Monday shows. Anyway, I got one song left for everybody. I did want to say that, I'm looking at the names there, and I'm appreciating everybody that's, there's a hockey game on. There's lots of shit going on. There's life. There's just fucking laying around because you got to work tomorrow going on. And you guys are here watching me. So, like, I don't know what that means. I know that means that I've got to keep giving support to you guys, so I appreciate that. Sometimes I think, you know what, I'm going to announce that I'm not doing no more Metal Mondays. And then all of a sudden I realize, okay, but it's not about 5 people or 10 people or 20 people or 1,000 people watching you, because then you get haters and everything. We've got people here that are, even if you're in the bands that I'm playing and you just want publicity. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to support the bands, piggyback them. You know, you go to the pit and somebody needs to be launched up into the fucking crowd. You cup your hands. I'm launching you guys up into the crowd. So, oh yeah, Petey. Hey, you're here, my best friend. Had a blast at Destruction last night. Yeah, curse the gods. That's the only song that sticks in my head. All the other stuff, like, it looked really good, man. Looked awesome. Yeah, I should point out Drew Masters and Pete Rosler. Both of those guys are at my side all my whole life. Drew has been friends since we were little kids. Roscoe, same thing, since we were just teenagers. And we've all three still been stayed together, and they're great friends and great supporters of Chronic Noise, mentors of music in general. Yeah, man. Okay, well, send me some new stuff whenever you want a song, even just snuck in there, because, I mean, it's only like 5 people are fucking listening anyway. So if you want to, like, debut something, you let me know, or I'll even do a Rick's React for it, and I won't even listen to it until you see me videotape it. But anyway, I don't want to hold you guys up. The game's on, and I want to watch a few minutes of it. The last band I'm going to play is a band called Clitoris. Kill It or Us, if you break it down. But anyway, this is I'm going to see them on May 20th, in Cambridge, and it's going to be a sick show. So this is a song called 30 Minutes. I love it. Their vocalist, Matthew Donnie, is great. Clitoris, if you don't already know, they would have been huge by now, but Aaron plays rhythm guitar in Annihilator, if you know them. If you don't, I'm not going to waste my time explaining. And Eric, the drummer, plays drums for Suffocation. And it's just like it's that you got to do those tours first. But Clitoris always got set off to the side. I've always booked them any chance I get. And May 20th, we're going to see them, and it's going to be a fucking awesome show. Yes, you can, Roscoe. And here we go, 30 minutes. It's the last song of Metal Mondays. I've been Unkle Rick. You guys have been awesome. 30 Minutes by Clitoris.
30 minutes and a
Hey, Brandon, you can rewatch this if you didn't catch the show. I played you guys way earlier on. But yeah, man, great to have you out. Great to see you playing in, what the fuck is it again? My brain is fucked up now because I've been drinking. Oh yeah, Lover's Teeth. Great fucking, great shit. Anyway, gonna listen to the rest of this song, bro. I suck pretty hard at all the technology as well, because I can't even fucking reach down and type to any of you guys because it says I'm not logged in. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how me and Nick got this figured out, but we're glad that we can at least get the music out to you guys and chat in the comments when you guys find it. Anyway, love everybody. Thank you, man. Keep fucking dokey. Nope. Okay, like I said, don't forget to catch those guys, Clitoris, in Cambridge at the something brewery, because it's not my show. I'll Rhythm and Brews Brewery in Cambridge, I think it is, May 20th. I know APOC's on the bill, and I know Clitoris is on the bill. And I will fucking be there, and me and Petey Roscoe Rosler will be there, and I'm hoping to see a lot of fucking friendly faces. And if I don't, hey, I just keep doing what I do, and you all keep doing what you're doing. Anyway, thank you for joining in the Metal Mondays. Everybody take care of each other. It's a shit world out there, but I think that all of us can make it a little better one day at a time. So thank you, everybody, for joining in. Thanks for the kind words, and we'll see you next week. Peace.